Hi, boys and girls, and welcome to today's side of information reports. We are up to researching today. So, time to research the information. So, yesterday you would have chosen a topic on an animal from the mangroves, and today, and you would have also have picked 3 subheadings that you're going to be using for today, and they're going to help you with your finding of information. So, here's what we're going to be doing today. First step 1, is to draw the table on slide 4 in your workbook or a piece of paper. Now that is this table here. So you're going to draw this up. Now you'll see that I have got classification, which is our introduction, and I've got some little helpful questions if you're not sure what to put in for your introduction. So what type of animal is it? So for example, if I was doing turtles, I would say it is a reptile. Or if I was doing lions, I would say it is a mammal. So those are some information. Is there other species of your animals? So say, for example, if you're doing snakes, there are a whole lot of different species. You might be able to name a few that live in the mangroves, or you might be able to tell me how many there are and how long do they live. That's another great thing to put into your classification as well, is how long they live for. So some questions there to help you. Now, when you are filling in your table, you'll notice that there is subheading 1, subheading 2, subheading 3. Now, these are the subheadings that you chose yesterday. So if your first subheading was what do they eat, then that would be where you would put your subheading there. If your second one was where do they live, or what is their habitat, which is a brilliant one, I would suggest that everyone try and put in their habitat for the information reports. We could put that there. And you might want to do, say, for example, the life cycle of the animal that you chose. Now, you might have 3 different subheadings, and that is okay. You can use those, especially if you're really proud of them and you think, yes, these are great subheadings, and I really want to find out that information. You can definitely put those there. Now, you'll see here that I've got fact 1, fact 2, fact 3. Now, do you remember when we were working on how to write a paragraph for information reports, and we used this proforma here, and we had an introductory sentence, then we had a 3 facts, and then a concluding sentence. So we would have about 4 different sentences in that one paragraph. Now, for example, if I chose lions as which I know is not in the mangroves, but this is just for an example. If I chose lions as my topic, and one of my subheadings was hunting, what do they hunt? Then my introductory sentence would be something like, lions are a predator, which means they hunt for their food. Then I would have 3 different facts on what happens when they hunt. So, for example, I could have they are really fast runners, but they can only run 100 to 200 meters. Another fact could be that females do the majority of the hunting. And another fact would be the most successful hunters happen at night. So see how even though there's 3 different facts, it's still on the same subheading of hunting. I haven't gone into the life cycle. I haven't gone into where they live. Okay, I've just got 3 really good facts about them hunting, about their food. So that's what I want. That's what I mean when I've got these 3 facts here underneath your subheadings. Just to remind you that while you're researching for that particular subheading, you need to be thinking of what are my 3 really good facts that I can put there. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please let me know and I'll be happy to help you out. Now let's go back to our steps. So step 1 was to draw the table. Step 2 was to fill in the headings of your chosen topic, which we've just spoken about. And step 3 is to research information for at least the classification and the subheading. So that means, boys and girls, I only want you today to just research for the introduction and the subheading. Now, if you feel like you're on a roll and subheading 1. So just the introduction or classification and subheading 1. Now, if you don't if you feel like you're on a roll and you feel like you could keep going, you are more than welcome to look for more information for subheading 2 and subheading 3. That will just mean that you are ahead when we come to tomorrow's task. There is a little bit more to do with tomorrow's task, so you're not getting out of tomorrow's fully, but you would have done half of tomorrow's task if you have. So step 3. So step 2 is to fill your subheadings in of what you chose yesterday. Step 3 is to just find the information for the classification and the information for your subheading number 1. And you can do more if you'd like. Now, note-taking. This is something that you'll be working on during reading this week, and I think it may be for Thursday, but this is just a little taste tester. When we are note-taking, you don't have to write in full sentences. You just need to write little dot points. So, for example, here with the classification of an elephant, you've got dot points that they're mammals. I could write that into a sentence, but I don't need to. All I need to know is for my notes, they are mammals. There are 2 different species, so African and Asian, and the lifespan is of 50 to 70 years. Now, these here are all dot points, which I'm going to put into sentences within my own words later. So all you have to do really is to make sure that you've just got a few really good dot points. So facts, 3 good facts in dot points for your classification and for subheading 1. And for this example, subheading 1 is habitat and lifestyle. And they've got 3 dot points here. So don't feel like you have to write in sentences. Now, I did also say to put this in your workbook and not on the computer. And the reason for that is because we want you to make sure you have the information there, so you're not going back into different slides to try and find it. So the information is there ready for you for the next day. So please put this information in your, in your workbook or piece of paper. Okay. The last little point on my steps did say, remember to use credible websites. Now, we spoke about this on Thursday last week. What is a credible website? So looking for those .orgs and those .gov websites, or seeing whether the website got their information from a .org or a .gov website is really important. So what I'd like you to also do today is to post a picture of your notes that you have written in your workbook and tell me, or post down, what were some of the websites you found your information from here. Okay, so that's what I need you to do for today. So step 1, let's go back to step 1, is to draw this table in your workbook. Step 2 is to fill in the subheadings that you chose yesterday. And step 3 is to research at least for the classification and subheading 1, and making sure you've got those 3 facts, as well as using really good websites. Once you've done that, you're going to put your websites on this page here for me. It'd be good if you could also write some of those websites down as well. You don't have to do the whole website. You might even just say what the web page is called, just so you've got an idea of what they are. Okay, please, as I said, got any questions, put them in the comments and we'll help you as quickly as we can. Thanks, boys and girls.